You both have worked to start Help Cure HD, which I know you mentioned a moment ago. So what inspired you guys to do that?
Thanks a lot for asking about that. It's
Yeah.
definitely been the most passionate thing that we've done in our relationship, despite he's pitched in World Series, I've covered the biggest sporting events, but this is our passion and the most fulfilling thing for us. So when we dated, we did all the things. I had a studio in California. He was playing for the Angels in Anaheim. We bought a house, got engaged, we got a black lab. But when it came to creating a family, it was a little bit harder because Joe was carrying this huge burden of a disease that had ripped his family apart financially, emotionally, and physically. It's called Huntington's disease. So that's why our foundation is called Help Cure HD. But it's a combination of Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, dementia, mix them up in one. They call it the devil's disease. It happens in the prime of life. It's horrible. His mother passed away around 60, and when she was in her 40s, she developed symptoms, and she couldn't drive anymore. She would come to Joe's baseball games to watch her son living out his dream, and she would bump into people, and people would call her drunk, and she was just, she was the sweetest school teacher, angel of a person, and she was just losing her ability to be human, to be herself right in front of us. And the problem is it's a dominant disease. So Joe has my husband Joe has a 50% chance of having it. So our children could have a 50% chance of having it. So
wow.
We were really lucky. We found a fertility doctor who told us, we can eliminate this, we can eradicate this disease from your family forever if you go through IVF. And he felt guilty about having me do the shots and the surgeries and the retrievals, but the pain, minimal pain I went through with IVF is so much less than what a person goes through with Huntington's disease. So we did it, and it was like we talked about before. I first hospital visit, swiped the card for $20,000, and most people in our family couldn't afford to do that. And so from that moment on, we took all of our fundraising and we put it towards funding families who couldn't afford this to go through IVF and eradicate this deadly disease from their family forever, to never appear again. We funded 170 families so far, which
That's incredible.